Well, I guess I have to tell the story now. Hi again, it's me, CamGirl69. Cam because I'm Cameron, Girl because I have two X chromosomes, and 69 because I am exactly 69 inches tall. And today I wanted to talk about the time that I slept with a teacher. And to preface this to the guy that this video is technically about, um, I want to say if he watches this, I am sorry. But I lied to you. I lied to you. Yeah, I lied to him. I lied to him. Ultimately, this happened because I lied to him about my age, right? And I want to make that clear. I enjoyed my time with him. He enjoyed his time with me. We both benefited from it, even though there was very, very obvious power imbalance that should never exist in any relationship. I don't want to dox him. So I am going to be calling him Ezra Fitz from Pretty Little Liars because I am Arya Montgomery, a pretty little liar who lied to him about my age. And I think that also happened in Pretty Little Liars, right? Like, did Arya lie about her age? Anyway, so it's summertime. I was 17 and I had my little hot chip. I took a day off from work and I was just like mad chilling at this park. I guess I was craving some of that green stuff and I thought, like maybe someone on the orange and black app has it, I, scroll through my feed, I tap a few profiles here and there, and then, this guy, he taps me back and he's just like, yo, that ass is fat. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so nice. He's so kind. And yeah, we hit it off. He's like, you can come to my place and we can have a little sesh. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed. He pulls up and I get in his car. His car is pretty nice. It's pretty clean. No red flags so far. And then I see him and he's like, I realized like, damn, he's kind of cute. Here's, a pic of me in this car. I was really feeling my oats back then. Now, at this point, I didn't know he was a teacher. I didn't know that his students were probably around my age. And on the way there, we're like hitting it off. We're having like a deep conversation. And he's like, I think he asks me about Undertale. He's like, what games do you play? And I'm like, oh, Undertale, Minecraft. And he's like, Undertale. And then he puts on this like orchestral symphony cover of like Undertale music. And I was just like, oh my God, like this guy's a nerd. I really scored one with this guy, right? He was under the impression that I was 18 years old and I had to sort of keep up that lie because Pretty Little Liars, can't go a second without lying. We get back to his place. We have a even deeper conversation. We're having fun. We're getting a little personal, getting a little intimate. I end up showing Fiona Apple to him. I played Fiona Apple on the TV, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is a good song," and I'm just like, "Oh my God, he fucks with Fiona Apple. Like this is the guy for me. This is the man of my dreams." We have our little sesh, and I'm like taking in all the scenery because, like, mind you, this house is like squarely upper middle class. Like this house is nice. And that's when I figure out that he's actually house sitting. It isn't his house. And he's hosting there for me. And it's all chill. It's all chill. It's all chill. Yeah, we hit it off. I pinned that guy in my chats because like I was like, this is the guy. This is the one. This is the one for me. We eventually trade our phone numbers and social media. I add him on Snapchat. We definitely had a lot of interesting conversations over Snapchat. I'll say it. I'll put it that way. From this point on, this is where the messiness starts to be a little more clear. I didn't know this at the time, but he has a wife and children, which I didn't know about until much later. And then I also figured out that he was 29. For some reason, I thought he would be like early mid 20s, but when you like really think of it, like how long does it take for a teacher to like get their like master's in education, like or whatever qualifications they need. Like I'm pretty sure that would take several years, right? So of course he wouldn't be in his early 20s or mid 20s. But that didn't click for me at the time. So I was just like, wow, this guy's so nice and he's so kind and we have so much in common. So we must be, close enough in age for this whole thing not to be weird. But it was, yeah, I figured out he was a teacher. He didn't teach any classes that I was in, but he was a teacher. I'll get this out of the way now, but the D The D was fire. Like Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the D is fire. Like that was probably one of the best experiences that I've ever had with a guy like that. So he drops me back off, and I'm just like, wow, this is the guy. This is the one. I met the one. And we get to talking even more. And we made plans to meet again. Now, between the first time I saw him and the second time I saw him, something really big and tragic happened, like right in the middle of it. And I don't want to spoil that story because it is a very messy story, a story that is full of regrets, a story that is full of, we'll just say drugs for now. Like it was a drug story. I'll put it that way, and it wasn't a good one. Anyway, so meeting him for the second time, I was like, okay, he likes my style and he likes my aesthetic. So like I'm a really put on a show for him. So I got like all my best clothes. I put together an outfit. I stuff it in my backpack. I go back to the park and I just chill there for a while. And I probably did a sesh at the park and then did a sesh at his house. So he picks me up again, and this time he wants to like really have a good time with me for multiple hours. It was multiple hours that we were up in that bedroom. I'm sorry, this is TMI. Sorry, let me read my notes. And I think this time I was like playing like Charlie XCX. We were playing Speed Drive. Put it into Speed Drive because the Barbie movie like came out or something like that. I call in sick for work. I get to his place and we're just mad chilling again. This time he brings out like a whole, I think he brought like a bong or something, and then we do a sesh in the backyard. And this time the dog is there. There's a dog for some reason. We eventually go up to the bedroom, and the dog was like, the dog would like try to get in the room like while we were, he had to like he had to like barricade the door just so that the dog wouldn't like burst in. We were in there for a pretty long time, and then we come back out, we order some food, Uber Eats. And that was like the first time I ever like actually like heard of or used Uber Eats. That was like a foreign concept to me, and I was just like, oh my god, you can do that. And he was like, yeah, it's just Uber Eats, just download it. And I'm just like, oh my god. So we get to a conversation about my age that he wanted to have for some reason, and I just kept lying. I just kept lying. I kept lying, and it wasn't right. It wasn't fair to him, and I shouldn't have done that. And then yeah, he buys me dinner, and we were just kind of vibing. There was a huge stripper pole in the middle of the living room, and I did my little twirly shit on that. I put on the big one for him, and yeah, he enjoyed it. Obviously, he even went to try it. The dog ended up stealing my dinner and like eating it while we were upstairs again. We went upstairs again. We shower. We watched movies and shit. Like we were there all day, and I was just like, damn, like this is so much fun. Like I feel like Aria Montgomery. I feel untouchable. And so yeah, he sends me home with some weed, and I had to change out of my outfit. I had to change back into my regular clothes because I had to go home. I couldn't just walk home in like a skirt and a whole bunch of bullshit and hear from it from my parents and shit. Although looking back, my parents were probably right, because if they were wrong, then I wouldn't have ended up in that situation, would I? So yeah, the last time I saw him was, when I was 18. I was on like a little bit of a road trip. We were going all over the country. Me and someone else. Not me and Ezra, just me and someone else. The last time I saw him, that was when I figured out that he had a wife and kids, and he was, technically cheating, and that was kind of awkward, awky. He had to like sneak out of his house. He had to lie to his wife about like where he was going, and he met up with me, and he was like, here's some more weed. And I was just like, oh my god, thank you. And we tried to do a little bit of car play, I think, and it was just like not vibing. The vibe wasn't there. So he just dropped me back off. He was like, well, if you're ever back in California, give me a call. And that's kind of where we're at now with it. This is technically an ongoing story. Like, if I go back to California and see him again, like, I probably will have a part two to this. I feel like Tales from the Trade is an IP that I want to claim. I want to make a playlist of a whole bunch of story times where I just talk about trade. Tales are from the trade. Like, what do you think? Is that a good idea? Anyway, thank you for listening. If you want a part two, if you want me to go talk to him again, see what's up, I can do that. And ultimately, I think that me and him aren't finished. Like we got some unfinished business. A question that you may be asking is, do I think that I was groomed? No comment. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't want to know because like there were other guys. I don't think it was just him. If that is the case, I think this was a thing that has been happening with a bunch of other guys as well. Like it really wasn't just him. I was talking to all kinds of guys. I think I will be filming the next video today as well. Tales from the Trade episode 3. And the next episode is going to be about a 70-year-old sugar daddy that I had a thing with. I probably should have told that story first because I feel like that one's more interesting. What am I talking about? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is CamGirl69 signing out. Hope you have a good one, and I hope you enjoyed the Tales from the Trade. Like, subscribe for episode 2. Give this a like. Get this to like 15 likes. 15 likes. That's all I'm asking for. Anyway, have a good one. I'll talk to you guys very soon about the next episode of Tales from the Trade. 70-year-old sugar daddy. Catch you later. Bye.